Hey all, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to sort of evolve my swarm of Scorponoks with the addition of this guy. This is the Buzzworthy Bumblebee Predacon Scorponok from Rise of the Beasts, along with his little target master partner, battle master partner, Sandspear. Sort of a 2-for-1 review, and we're going to compare this guy to some other Scorponoks that I have in the latest GotBot True review. Hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you are at it, light 'em up, baby. Hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton, and it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that is in the description down below. Also in the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. This is Scorponok. I didn't know how I felt about it, and there's things about it that I certainly like, things about it that I don't like. However, I'll say this. The dude feels hefty. The dude feels quite solid. A little bit of a 2-for-1 review of this latest iteration of the Predacon Scorponok. Yeah, let's head over to the table and take a closer look at these guys. Ah, yes indeed, and this time we're going to be taking a look at the Buzzworthy Bumblebee Rise of the Beasts Beast Alliance. Man, that's a lot. Man, that's a lot. Scorponok with his, I guess, Beast Alliance Battle Master partner, Sandspear. We're going to compare it to some Scorponoks, like I said. Before we look at him, we have to look at that packaging first. And the packaging is nothing to write home about. I mean, we have a little image down here, Buzzworthy Bumblebee. He was tied in with these rattan ties. It is good cardstock in the way it's folded up, which is shocking because a lot of their cardstock lately has been trash-ola. Over here we have a picture of Optimus Prime. Over here we have another picture of Sandspear and on our Scorponok. And on, or maybe that is Sandspear. And on the back, of course, we have the product images for both Sandspear in his sword spear mode and his scorpion mode, as well as Scorponok in both of his modes as well. We have small, simple instructions that show Sandspear on one side, Scorponok on the other. They're very straightforward and very few steps. And so here we have Sandspear as a spear. There's some nice, like, silver speckling on the top. His scorpion claws are gray. The rest of his body is kind of a bronzy brown color. But I don't detest it or anything like that. It's very hollow underneath, but I suppose that's because to transform him, you fold that in and you bring these scorpion arms out, I guess, and you just fold the tail up over thusly. He has, like, very little articulation. I mean, you saw what the tail can do. I guess that's as far up as the tail goes. I suppose you could close it all the way up if you really wanted to, but I don't know why you particularly want to. The legs don't move. These are on ball joints, so they do move around a little bit. And just for interest's sake and size comparison, I'm just going to move him back for a moment. Like here we have him with, this is the version of movie Scorponok that came with Blackout. So, you know, a little bit bigger than the one that came with Blackout. And here we have a little bit of a swarm of Scorponoks, if you will, and we have the two little lads down front, but you can see the Rise of the Beast one next to the Kingdom, as well as my custom original Scorponok, who is, I think, like Ultra Class or something. He's a little Voyager-ish. And the one from the 4-pack down on the far end. I gotta say that the Rise of the Beast one, while certainly a stylized take, is very interesting and more solid on his feet than the other Scorponoks, barring the original. More solid on his feet than the Kingdom ones, at least. But there you go, you got an idea of how they all look together. Let's get into some scores for this lad. Okay, let's talk about the look of this guy. So, apparently there was concept art done in both blue and red for other characters, like one of them was supposed to be Sandstorm, and I can't remember who the other one was supposed to be. This guy is green, which was slated for Scorponok, and To be fair, on some of the boxes and stuff, we see like green highlights. However, in the actual movie, a lot of the Scorponoks that served Unicron were red. Why it's called Predacon, I don't really know, other than some badges on Scourge, or Scourge if you prefer that pronunciation. We didn't see any of the Predacons that I recall. These guys were minions of Unicron. As far as the head sculpt goes, it kind of looks like Scorponok. Actually, it's weird. It sort of looks like Scorponok, but at the same time, some people have said that they see nods of the, is it Revenge of the Fallen dead end? And a couple of people said that it was like a custom, a well-known custom that was done of, I think, the movie 1 Scorponok. So, you know what, it's a bit of a weird mishmash. I look at this and I can recognize that it's Scorponok because of the shape of the shoulders and the claws and the head. But does it look like the movie? Hard to say. I'm going to have to give this about a 5. I mean, we didn't really see the robot mode in the film and stuff, so it's hard to really, you know, I guess give this an accurate score, to be honest with you. I mean, for looks, I want to give it a 10. It looks like a Scorponok to me. But going by the film, I mean, in there, from what I recall, they were mostly red, not green or brown. So that's why I'm going to split the difference from a 0, looking nothing like the film, and a 10, and I'm going to say it's 5. Then we get to the articulation for the guy. Let's do that. First, this thing can come out. It's his tail, and I can't find anywhere right now but his arm to put it, but it straightens out right here, and it's a ball peg, so this tail piece moves around, and this upper piece moves around. We're going to lay that off to the side for now. The articulation for this guy, we have a head that goes all the way around, nothing there. Back of it's pretty hollow like a core class. Arms, they can go all the way around. Nice robust plastic. Arms all the way out. The shoulder pads can go down or up. Ball peg at the elbow, which also gives us a bicep swivel. Nothing at the wrist. That's a little bit of a bummer, but for the price point, I'm not angry about it. No waist. Again, a little bit of a bummer, but for the price point, I'm not too angry about it. Legs all the way forward, even though we have these things sticking off. Legs all the way back. No ankle tilt. Thigh because of the ball peg at the knee. And then for the legs, I mean, over 90 degrees if you can get the scorpion bug legs out of the way, so to speak. Because of those bug legs, though, he stands like an absolute champion. This is much cheaper than like a deluxe class offering. It's pretty good. I wish we had a waist. I wish we had wrists. I wish we had ankles. I'm going to say it's about a 7.75. It's not bad. These things are less egregious than they look on camera and less egregious than I thought they were going to be. They're still a little bit of a nuisance, but because they can fold in and out, you can maneuver them as you need to get them pretty much out of your way, or use them to help stabilize the heels. So I'm going to say 7.75. Right now it's not, I mean, it's not great, but it's okay. Let's do the transformation and then get out of here. For the transformation, we're going to turn the head around and we're going to bring up the scorpion face. We're going to close down the shoulder pieces and bring all of those out to the front. The legs here, they fold, actually the scorpion legs go out over. These will fold up over the back, and then the legs go together right there, and there's a little space in there, and that little space in between the legs is where you put that for, boom, in the end, your scorpion mode. A very simple, easy transformation that honestly I think is pretty logical. I'm going to give it a solid 8. Overall, this lad is somewhere around, I don't know, a 7.75, an 8. It's okay. It's not one that you kind of got to have. However, I won't lie, I like this little swarm o' Scorponoks. Yeah, I mean, this guy's okay. He's definitely the most unique looking of them all. By the way, just a quick little caveat before we get out of here. The overall score for this guy, 7.75, 8, somewhere around there. It's okay. It's not going to knock your socks off, but it's a neat little Scorponok. Anyway, and by the way, this is my custom one in its alt mode. I think it looks pretty darn good, to be honest with you. Both claws are the same. One of them came from Bacon from T-Formers. You'll notice though that my Legacy, not my Legacy, my Kingdom and my 4-pack have different transformations. If I can line these guys up a bit. They have different transformations. Here's why. The 4-pack one is just stock. This guy has a leg piece or thigh fillers that extend the leg, as well as a waist piece that extends the waist. So his waist does not collapse up into the body anymore like kind of his does. And the legs now come up on the side instead of kind of coming up through the tail. Again, I could pop off the thigh fillers if I wanted, but why would I do that? They're pretty neat. Plus, this still works as a Scorpion, as good as the Kingdom's gonna get. And at the end of the day, just to stay on topic, this is a neat little set. It's cheap, and it certainly shows as it gives up some stuff, but it's fun. And at the end of the day, I suppose you could say that fun is what Transformers is all about. And here we are again, and here they are. So I do wish that the tail piece, though I have it on his wrist here now, I wish that that could store somewhere else better than where it is here. I haven't found a place yet. You never know, maybe I will. If I do, I'll do a short about it or something. I think the transformation is very simplistic but logical. The plastic generally, the plastic generally feels pretty good. I'll say this, even with things like certain articulation limits and whatnot, I think that the Scorponok is better than the Kingdom. It feels more solid and hefty than the Kingdom. It certainly can't compare to the original from back in the 90s. Sandspear, I mean, he's very simple. He doesn't do much. His whole underbody's pretty hollow. Nothing to write home about. However, this is cheaper than a deluxe. It's the size of a deluxe. It's hefty, and he stands like a champion. Oh, and I wish that these could somehow fold away better than what they are. Yes, there's definitely some simplification here. And absolutely some things that are a bit of a nuisance, like the Scorpion legs on the side. However, there's a lot here to like too. He does have decent articulation, good heft, and he came in at, honestly, for a 2-for-1, pretty decent value at about, I think it was like $22 Canadian, something like that. Like, not bad at all. Perfect? No. Good enough for the price? Yes. Let me know what you think about Predacon Scorponok from the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line. He's not going to be for everyone. I can guarantee you that he's not going to be for everyone. It'll be interesting to see how the Studio Series one compares, you know, when the time comes. Anyway, I digress. I appreciate you guys coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring or course. Hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you are at it, please hit the subscribe button. Stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel, and especially don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single day, you right there, you do make a difference in the world. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres, or the old fashioned way right here inside the videos.